Hey there everyone, this is Jeff Perkins with JD Cutlery throwing together another quick video of some fantastic Reate knives. Didn't have that in there for the original picture, should have thrown that wave in there. Definitely been stocking up on the Reates here, so very happy with the quality on all these guys. These are my third and fourth of the Fallouts, which are the two big monsters in the background, and I've lost count to how many different waves I've done. Waves are fantastic. I love all the different pieces, all the different color that I can throw into these things. I don't think I've made two the same yet. Just fantastic. I love all the parts and pieces that go into these. The more parts we have, the more color I can add, and the more diversity I can throw into what we're getting out there. So, very happy with Reate. So I now have my second large order coming in here soon. And I will continue to sell these as long as the public likes them. And honestly, there is absolutely no reason not to love this knife. Definitely would fall in a mid-tech type category. Fit and finish is fantastic. Definitely up there with pretty much any mid-tech on the market. They are CNC made in China and then hand fit and hand finished. So really great quality. Fantastic knives. I can't say enough about them. I'll go ahead and show you guys what I've done with these three real quick. These Fallouts are some big, massive knives. I don't have all the specs right off the top of my head. This is a high voltage blue that I sanded all the high points and got a cool purple effect. Of course, the video isn't going to pick up the purple the way it really is. It looks like the knife is moving. The different directions you turn it, that purple pops, the blue pops, the shading, just a really cool knife. Unfortunately, this video is not going to do it justice. Went solid on the pocket clip, solid purple on the back spacer, and left the hardware alone. I believe these are steel on this one, and the pivot's titanium. Thought it would look a little weird if I did the pivot, not the screws, so figured I would just go with it. These things are just monsters. Huge heavy blade on it. Love that compound grind. Feels great in the hand. For as big as this knife is, pardon me. For as big as this knife is, it's contoured nicely in the hand. Feels good. No real hot spots. That pocket clip tucks right in to your hand, so it doesn't give you a real hot spot or anything. I like this one. It's a big tank of a knife. They have milled out the inside to reduce the weight in the handle, but of course you've got quite a bit of weight in that blade because that is an awful lot of the CTS 204P. So I guess I made a comment in the last video that the K3 was the first one with CTS 204P, but clearly I am mistaken there because Fallout has been out longer, and just noticed that is the CTS 204P. So, pardon me, please don't send comments, it's not that big a deal. Blue background, again with that purple high points. Video does not do this one justice. The purple on the tops of all this just pops, and it looks like it's alive. As you move it, the color changes. Really cool effect. I'm very happy with these. Lockups at about 20%, and centering looks pretty darn good, and boom, just locks right in. Fires open, locks in. Serious quality in these Reate knives. So this one we did a green with blue high points. Again, the blue's not showing up quite as much as in person. Almost had a hint of purple in some spots, but mainly blue on the high points. Buffed it out, but left some shades of where it was stonewashed to give it just a little more effect. This side, definitely you can see that blue on the high points. It's cooler looking in person. Got the blue pocket clip, blue backspacer. Love that pocket clip. Everything's screwed from the inside. Yes, I do Loctite all my pocket clips, so everything's Loctited because you can't get to the screws on this one without taking it all apart. Same with the lock bar insert, screwed from the back side. Definitely steel screws there as well. Just a cool looking knife. These are pretty neat. Lock up here is right about probably 20-30%. And centering looks pretty darn good as well. Boom. Slams into position with that big old blade. Blade stop is cool in this one. You don't have the pin up here. The pin is actually right about there. And the blade has a crescent cutout that the blade stop goes through the blade and then it hits the blade. The blade locks in back here. So neat design. I've seen a couple different companies doing that type of thing, but makes it cleaner. No visible blade stop back here. Just another cool little design piece. Can't go wrong with these big monster Fallouts. They do all come acid stone washed, but you know me, gotta buff it up, make it pretty. Apparently I was very into the green this last round. We've got green frame on this one with blue inside the checkering, purple on the high points, and a gold bronze on the edge around. And then we have bronze on the hardware, the screws. We went with that blue for the pocket clip and back spacer. Really cool knives. This one looks to be number 218 of 500. So clearly looks like they're going to be making 500 of these. These are great knives. If you need a gentleman's carry, something that can go into your pocket and be hidden, but still have a decent size, solid knife, this is where my money's at. This is a fantastic knife. If I was going to be wearing slacks for work, this would be a very good choice to have. Lock up here, again about 30%, and centering looks pretty good. So these waves are really nice. Like I said, I love doing the waves up. There's just so much you can do with them. You can't go wrong with the quality. The Wave is the M390 for the steel. So for it being a gentleman's pocket type carry knife, that's perfect. Could you use the pocket clip? Absolutely. Do you need to? Not necessarily. That one will tuck right in your pocket. Definitely don't recommend carrying it in the pocket that you have your keys in because anodizing will scratch. So if you want to keep it looking good, keep it in a pocket with nothing else in it. Just a little tip there. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on this one. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of some of the colors that I'm working with. Let's go ahead and throw one more in I haven't done any videos on yet. K2. I already did one of these that had the blue with the bronze. I bronzed up the diamonds, buffed out the backspacer and the pocket clip, and bronzed that. That knife I posted at midnight, and I think it sold by like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So don't have many pictures of it. It just came and went fast. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this one yet. I wanted to do two-tone, but I tell you what, getting this a different color than the rest of this, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it quite yet. But man, talking about another one that flips nice. I love that Tonto blade. Nice wedge in the top. Great knife. Just thought I'd throw that in there real quick. That's the lower end of the K series. Fantastic knives. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.